Here in Chicago, an alderman is calling for new barrier requirements for streets at fairs and festivals this year. Our investigator Megan Hickey is digging into that proposal and how it could affect this year's events.
Alderman Ray Lopez says these wooden or plastic barriers are a security weakness, but they're the standard option for festivals and street fairs that are permitted by the city. He says we need more protection, but the question is, how much will it cost? They're known as mobile vehicle barriers.
You will see yellow, what we call archers, and they're along the sidewalk.
New Orleans police chief said the yellow portable barriers specifically designed to stop vehicles from entering a restricted area were put in place there today, one day too late to stop the deadly attack on New Year's Day.
I didn't know about them, but we have them, and so we have been able now to put them out.
The goal has to be able to stop a car the moment it gets hit.
15th Ward Alderman Ray Lopez says they should be the gold standard for street fairs and festivals in the city, not these wooden or plastic barriers that are recommended right now.
These barriers literally will flip a car in the air if they drive over it.
Lopez is calling on the Department of Cultural Affairs and Special Events to make them a requirement for all street fairs and festivals permitted in 2025.
If we make this change now, all of the event planners can plan accordingly. It's early enough in the season to adjust whatever their budget needs are going to be.
Today, Lopez didn't have an estimate for how expensive these types of barriers might be in relation to other types of street blocks, but security expert and former Chicago Police First Deputy Superintendent Anthony Riccio tells me they are a superior type of protection, particularly when it comes to vehicle traffic.
I actually think it's a great idea. So often when we see things like this, we're reactive.
You have to prioritize, and frankly, not every neighborhood event or block party is really at the level that you can think a terrorist might want to attack it.
Alderman Brian Hopkins, chairman of the Committee on Public Safety, tells me there will be a hearing on this, although he cautioned that it may not be practical to require every festival, especially the smaller ones, to have these types of barriers.
Cost is always a factor. You know, a lot of these smaller neighborhood events are very marginal events. They either don't make any money at all or they make the smallest of profit. And if we're going to start charging them for excessive security measures that may really not be necessary, there's going to be some pushback on that.
The city does have a limited inventory of these types of barriers, but Lopez said the financial burden would be on the event organizers, not the city, to supply them. Reporting in the Loop, Megan Hickey, CBS News Chicago Investigators.